Hey, it's Julie with Paradigm Interiors. I am in a room that we haven't quite finished yet, so you can see a mattress and Allie's bed behind me. And I'm going to show you today the performance fabrics that I have. The first ones that I'm going to show you are two of the same fabric. One of them got stained and I cleaned it, and the other one is fresh and exactly the same fabric. It's actually the fabric that I'm going to be using on my sofa. It is treated with Krypton. It has Krypton finish on it, so it's going to be really stain resistant. And on top of the Krypton, I think this particular fabric has like 20,000 double rubs, meaning that it's fairly durable, so you can stand up, sit down, stand up like 20,000 times before it starts to show some wear. So that's kind of exciting. And you're probably going to be really surprised that I'm selecting a really light fabric for my sofas. Or for my sofa, the one sofa, it's going to be a sectional. But I am choosing a lighter fabric, and the reason I'm doing that is because I am getting the Krypton. I'm getting this performance fabric that's super stain resistant. One of these has had my dirty feet on it, had the dog's foot on it. I poured salsa, ketchup, coffee, balsamic vinegar, red wine, pretty much everything I could think of I poured on here. I think I even did a little Tabasco, which is really hard to remove, but I was able to get it out just being really consistent with using the recommended cleaning, which is a little bit of enzyme detergent. So like Dawn or Tide, you put it in water and they give you the solution requirements for that. So I think it's like 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of the detergent with 8 ounces of water. And then you squirt that onto the fabric, and you use a cloth or paper towel or sponge to gently wipe the stain away. This is really not a problem so much with things that are liquid and don't have any oils in them, but when you're really going to rely on that detergent to help you clean the fabric is when you put something that's semi-solid on there. So like ketchup or salsa, things like that, they tend to get in pretty quick. The little particles tend to get into the fabric fairly quickly. So you're just going to use that to help clean up that. So let me get started with the demonstration. I'm going to have Sarah help me with the camera work today, so I'm going to switch you over from selfie view and hand the camera over to Sarah. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to try, and you can see these are the two fabrics that are the same. They both look brand new. You can't really tell the difference between the two. This is the one, I think, that I put all the stains on. You can't really see any stains on there. So the first one that I'm going to do is some coffee though. So I'm going to just pour that right on here. And you can see right away that liquid just does not go in the fabric. It just rests on top of it. It's really easy to get rid of the liquid. You just get a paper towel and you sit it right on top, and I like to just kind of let it sit and absorb whatever it's going to absorb, and then lift it. And you can pat it a little bit. And here you can see the stain is gone. It's really not. The second thing is balsamic vinegar. Gonna just pour a little bit of that on there. And if there's any of the stain remaining when you've patted it, you can actually spray just a little bit of that solution on here. There are some performance fabrics that even that you can even use bleach on. There's some Kryptons that you can even use bleach on, which is great, especially in Florida for our outdoor fabrics. This works great on dirt with dirty feet as well. You can just wipe everything right off of there. It's a little bit wet. You don't want to douse it with too much solution. Once it's dry, you can actually come back and work with the stain. Well, it's not even stained. It's just you can work with the fabric a little bit more, and it cleans up really nice. So you can't really even see any stain there at all. And then the last thing I'm going to do is a little bit of ketchup, because it's kind of a semi-solid. Has a lot more solid particles in it. I like to kind of get in there and get the moisture absorbed from it first and lift it. Just help you lift that stain right out. And now this looks like a mess, but I'm gonna try some of that detergent on there, and we'll probably get it cleaned right up. Works even better when you have a sponge. So this is awesome for people who want higher quality, more customized furniture, but you don't want to feel like you're going to waste money if you have little kids and they eat on your sofa or climb all over with dirty feet. You don't want to feel like you're going to have to get it recovered in 6 months or have to throw it out the door in a couple of years. Just keep alternating between the solution. I think my solution's a little extra soapy today. But you can see it's almost gone now, and sometimes I even let it dry a little bit and then come back and work on it just one more time to get the last little remaining bits of stain out of there. But I think the toughest thing that I've done so far, and I would do red wine, but I actually don't have any wine at the house right now, so I didn't have anything to do that with. But look, the sample is clean. It is clean. You can't even really see anything other than that it is slightly wet. So that is the end of my demonstration. I'm going to turn this way for a minute toward the light. So if you think that you might like to invest in a custom upholstered piece of furniture, there are options now so that you don't have to feel like you're going to waste that piece of furniture, because not everybody likes leather, and leather doesn't look great in every single application. Leather will last a long time. It doesn't stain. It is easy to clean, but it can be a little delicate sometimes, especially if it gets ripped. Anything can get ripped. But the nice thing about these Krypton fabrics and these high performance fabrics is they are so easy to get clean and stay looking great for a long time. So needless to say, when you have something that is stain resistant like that, you do want something with a high rub count, because if you are working on a stain and you want to get that stain out, you are going to rub the fabric more trying to clean that stain than you would just normally wear and tear on the fabric. So that would be my other recommendation, is make sure you get something that has a Weizenbeek score, which Weizenbeek is that double rub score that I was telling you about. And that's something that really any designer that you work with should be able to help you with. So It was great talking to you guys and sharing these high performance fabrics with you. I hope you have a great evening. Tomorrow I'm going to come back and tell you all about the lighting. We had our electrician come by today and started talking about the kitchen remodel and where we want to put the lights in. So I'm going to share with everybody the lights that I've picked out for the living room and our study, and I'm excited. So take care. See you later.